South Korea's parliament's voted to ban the killing and selling of dogs for their meat. It's a move welcomed by animal rights groups. Under the law, people who farm, butcher and sell dogs to eat will face up to 3 years in prison, though it won't be illegal to consume dog meat. The bill to end the centuries-old practice is supported by pet lovers, including the First Lady of the country and animal rights groups, but it has faced protests from dog farmers. Well, our Seoul correspondent Jean McKenzie has the very latest.
South Korea is facing a quite unique problem right now. South Korea is trying to get rid of dog meat, but unfortunately now they have 500,000 dogs. Yes, that's right. They have 500,000 dogs that were about to be sold. They don't know what to do with the dogs. Now, we're going to watch 2 clips here, and I'm going to give my commentary. I'm going to tell you what's happening with this dog issue. Enough talking, let's just go straight to the report and see.
This alleyway is one of the few places you can still come to eat dog meat here in Seoul, in one of these specialist restaurants. Dog meat is considered a delicacy among some older Koreans, but it's far less popular now with young people. Many of them never eat it now or have never even tried it, and so consumption is falling. And when we spoke to people about the ban, the generational divide was stark.
We've eaten this since the Middle Ages. Why stop us from eating our traditional food? If you ban dog, you should ban beef.
More people have pets today. Dogs are like family now, and it's not nice to eat our family. So I think it's best to get rid of it.
Already you can see there's a generational divide. The older generation, they're used to eating dog, especially in the summer. We're going to watch another clip of in the summer now, summertime, how they're trying to adjust to it. I think it's like a cultural thing. Every summer they used to eat dogs. But now this is the first summer since the law was passed. So now they're trying to adjust. We're going to follow up and see what they're doing. But as you can see, it's a generational thing. The older generation don't want to give up on their cultural practices. But the younger generation, they have a different viewpoint. They see dogs as pets, as family, that should not be eaten. But let's continue.
Under the new law, those who farm, butcher or sell dogs to eat can be jailed for up to 3 years, though it won't actually be illegal to eat dog meat. It's hoped that the ban on selling will be enough to stop people from eating it. The ban won't come into force for another 3 years to give restaurant owners and farmers time to find another job or to transition their businesses. And the government has promised to support those who are forced to switch livelihoods. But the industry has been incredibly critical of this ban. They've argued that given the declining popularity of dog meat, the government should have just allowed it to disappear naturally over time.
What are we supposed to do now? We need to be compensated. I think we should accept dog meat, but raise and slaughter them in a hygienic environment.
As you can see, there is quite heated confrontation there because these farmers, it's their livelihood. They've raised dogs. They're in lots of debt, some of them, because they have, there's an article I'm going to show you also on BBC where this farmer had to get rid of, 500 dogs in 3 months, or it's such a short period for them. There are some who are in debt and they're wondering, what are we going to do? This was our livelihood, but now it's becoming illegal. If they don't get rid of all the dogs by 2027, they are facing 3 years jail time. But let's finish this and then go to the next clip.
In contrast, animal rights organisations have, of course, welcomed this ban. They have been campaigning for this for a long time, arguing that the practice is cruel and the conditions on the farms where the dogs are kept are poor. Previous governments here in South Korea have tried to ban this as far back as the 1980s. But the current president and the First Lady are known to be animal lovers. They have 6 dogs of their own. And this is thought to be one of the reasons the bill has now passed.
Okay, so as you can see, the current president at that time of the report was a dog lover. So that's why they finally passed the bill. The farmers wanted it to die out naturally because, the demand is quite low compared to yesteryears, but now they have to get rid of these dogs one way or another. So let's just go to this next clip and see what they are doing. This is the first summer since the bill passed. Let's see how they're adjusting to it. Okay, and as we watch this next clip, please consider liking and subscribing.
There's a dish in South Korea that's said to give people the stamina needed to survive the dog days of summer. Its traditional ingredient is dog meat, which is set to be banned in the country as of February 2027. As NHK World's Kim Chanju tells us, some restaurants are already switching to a guilt-free alternative, goat.
Like many parts of the world, South Korean summers are getting hotter and hotter. Some turn to tradition to beat the heat, consuming a high-protein, hearty stew, now made with goat meat.
I think it's great as stamina food, especially with how hot summers have been lately.
보양식 was, and in some places still is, prepared with dog meat, in the belief that its properties can revitalize the body during hot weather.
Okay, so as you can see, they were eating dogs the most. I don't know why I say that, and it reminded me of they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, you know, that Trump thing.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there.
2 goats. So I guess it's a win for the dogs, but it's a loss for the for the goats. Now the main issue that they are facing here is the dogs. 500,000. They have to get rid of 500,000 dogs. However, the dogs that they sell, the breed of dogs that they sell, the local Koreans, they do believe that those dogs are aggressive. You know, the same way Americans believe pit bull and some type of dogs breeds are super aggressive, so they don't want to, you know, either keep them as pets. So that's an issue because these dogs, they would have been adopted by different families, but now the breed that they normally use to eat, they consider it an aggressive breed. But let's continue.
But these days, most South Koreans view canines as companions, not cuisine. Last year, the country banned the slaughter and sale of dog meat, giving the food industry 3 years to adapt. Some restaurant owners, like this one, have sold dog dishes for decades, but recently noticed tastes changing. So she's making the switch.
Starting mid-August, I'll follow the new rule and serve only goat meat dishes. It's just as nutritious as dog meat. So I'm committed to making this work out.
That point about nutrition is not all bark. An expert we spoke with says goat has all the restorative benefits offered by dog, but without the taboo attached.
Korean black goat meat is a high-protein, low-fat food, making it an excellent choice for health-conscious people. It has plenty of minerals, including calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and zinc. It's great for nursing mothers and for elderly people who need more energy.
I mean, I understand it's a cultural thing. For many people, hearing just the thought that some people eating dogs, it's just gonna drive them crazy. But it's a cultural thing, as you have seen. Some people believe, you know, that's why there is wild game hunting, that they hunt the rhinos and other things because they believe it gives them like strength. It's like Viagra or other stuff in some countries. So there are different belief systems that affect these animals directly. Now, in this case, the animal rights groups are super happy with it. But now I believe the international community will have to adopt these dogs, because what's going to happen if they're not adopted? They're all going to have to be euthanized. That's the reality. There are 500,000 dogs that are facing euthanization because local Koreans are not gonna adopt all the 500,000 because the breed is aggressive. According to them, the breed is not really meant to be like a pet. It was specifically being bred for food, and now they have to get rid of them. All of the dogs or face prison. So if they are facing 3 years in jail or getting rid of the dogs, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna get rid of the dogs one way or another. So either the international community like UK, Europe, or wherever are gonna have to get these dogs, or the dogs are gonna be euthanized. That's the sad reality. But let's finish this video.
But farmers may not be ready to keep up with demand because the number of goats raised in South Korea fell by around 26% between 2019 and 2024. The decline was due to high costs. Meanwhile, the amount of goat meat imported during that same period almost quintupled. Most comes from Australia. Chu Gyo-jeon has been a goat farmer for 16 years. He says the animal is costly because it has a higher mortality and lower reproductive rate than pigs or cattle.
Most people regard goat meat as expensive, but we're doing our best to lower the price so that everyone can enjoy its health benefits.
Chu also runs 2 restaurants to offer people a taste. He admits goat often has a strong flavor, but says he keeps his herd on a diet of dry grasses, leading to a mellower meat that works in a variety of dishes.
I mean, that they're gonna have to do an exchange either with Australia. Australia takes the dogs, and then in exchange they get the goats because South Korea doesn't have enough goats to, make this adjustment, this transition. So, but Australia, I don't know if Australians are willing to get the dogs in exchange, because either way, those dogs are either gonna end up euthanized. But let's continue and then look at the article, 2 minutes, and that's it.
It's delicious, much better than dog meat in terms of a summer food. It's warming up my body and making me feel strong.
Regardless of controversy, some may miss the old taste. Others will rest easy, knowing no dogs were harmed in the making of this summertime tradition.
Okay, so that's the clip. As you can see, they are really loving this new adjustment, some of them, because they used to eat dogs believing that it gave them strength. I guess summer heat and everything would make them weak, but then they would eat dog meat to give them strength. But as I mentioned before, some farmers are like facing tough challenges. Like this farmer here in this article has to get rid of 600 dogs in 18 months, or he's gonna face prison. So he has to get rid of 600 dogs. Just assume you yourself, like you have 600 dogs to get rid of in 18 months. How are you gonna do that? Like how, to be honest? It is too many dogs that they have to get rid of. I don't think they're gonna be able to, totally be successful in either getting these dogs adopted, or some are still being eaten because the ban is still there. I mean, it's not effective yet. It starts in 2027. So it is a tricky situation that South Korea is facing. We have to be honest about it. So if you're ever in the market or you're looking for a dog, instead of going to the animal shelter in your area, please consider South Korea, because I don't think the government is going to compensate these farmers, and the farmers are going to get desperate and they're going to have to eat all these dogs, because it's either that or prison. But if you like this type of videos, please consider liking and subscribing, and of course share these on all the networks. I'll see you.
Oh my goodness, all the networks! Wow! All the networks!